I just wanted to give a little life update, share with you guys what I've been making lately, and yeah, just kind of talk about the future of the channel, the kind of videos that I want to make. Um, yeah, so lately I've still been struggling with health stuff, and I've been losing my hair a lot. You can probably tell. I can barely keep it up in the like the elastics anymore. So what I've been doing um, is wearing a lot of like scarves and bandanas. And then I tuck it in, see? And then usually I add that just so it doesn't fall. But the scarves and bandanas are actually very cute, so I'm looking at the bright side. Um, yeah, so it's been kind of a lot. It's hard, I think mostly emotionally, and it's just worrisome. Um, so I'm trying not to worry about it. And, I'm going to different doctors and stuff. I don't think it's anything too bad. It's just kind of a cocktail of autoimmune symptoms and different things. But yeah, it's okay. Really, it's just hair. And yeah, sometimes it's really hard, but you know, there's way more important things. But with all that going on, it's been hard to be consistent in painting, in creating, whether it be videos or writing or any of the things that I love to do. Yeah, it's just been harder. And also, it's been kind of making me think about why I create and the type of work that it's really worthwhile to pour my energy into, because it does take a lot of energy to create, and videos especially. um, so yeah, kind of reflecting on that, I was thinking, what videos does it seem, at least to me, that have brought people the most joy and inspiration and comfort, or whatever it might be. And I think that it is the first video I made, which I was just really like open and honest about my struggle um, throughout my art journey and with my art process. And I got so many comments on that it had really helped people, or had like put words to what they were feeling or had experienced. And then the one I did a few months back, that was an exercise for like loosening up and kind of getting out of your head before painting. People really liked that one as well. And I just love seeing comments on that where, people are talking all about how it helped them to like overcome a block that they'd been experiencing, and how it just like changed the way that they were looking at their paintings, and it made them want to paint more, and yeah, just kind of like unblocked them. So yeah, and getting feedback like that makes me want to keep creating, and it makes me want to keep making videos. And so moving forward, I think I want to focus more on, yes, sharing my journey, but mostly in a way that like might be helpful to other people. So if there is a specific type of video that I've made that was particularly helpful to you, if there's a specific type of content that you like to see from me that brings you inspiration or comfort or whatever it might be, I would really appreciate if you'd let me know. Because to my mind, like from comments, I think it's like those two. And so I think I want to lean more into doing, I don't want to say instructional videos, but that painting exercise one was kind of more instructional in that I just kind of show you a process that's helpful to me and you follow along. So I would love to do more videos like that. And then, yeah, maybe in general, just sharing more. That's kind of why I'm making this. Yeah, not just sharing more, but like sharing things that might actually be helpful to people. And just being more like honest. So that's kind of why I'm doing this update and like telling you about what's going on with me and my hair and stuff, just because that's life. And I think it's a gift to be able to have some kind of a voice that people can hear. And like we all have that, but having a platform, no matter how small it is, I think is a responsibility, and it matters what we share on there. And I've seen that in that, like, it matters in a really good way when I'm able to share something that's helpful to people. And I don't see any point in like spending a bunch of time editing videos if they're not going to speak to people or help people. So yeah, I'm just thinking a lot about that when it comes to the future of the channel, because I only have so much time, not to live, yeah, time in a day. Of course, we all only have so much time to live as well. But yeah, I actually just posted a Substack piece this morning, just kind of writing about that, writing about the fact that I can't keep up with my schedule that I had kind of set out for myself. Sorry, there's some weird noise happening over there. Um, I think it was really good for me for a time to have that schedule, specifically with Substack, once a week, and to have this format that was kind of more rigid. Sorry, I'm very distracted. You probably can't hear it. Yeah, I do think it was good for me to have a schedule and sort of a rigid formula that I created for myself that helped me so much over the past 6 months. But just with everything that's been happening lately, I just don't think I'm in the same season that I was. And I don't think that that would be serving me in the same way now. So when it comes to YouTube, I don't know. I probably will also kind of let go of the idea of a posting schedule. And it's hard because I think there's so much pressure now with like the algorithms and stuff that they're like, if you're not consistent, then we're not going to show your videos to people anymore. Or whether or not that's true, it's probably true, but I think we really feel this burden when it comes to social media and sharing, that we have to do it a certain way and we have to be really consistent. And I just don't think that that's the best way for me to show up right now. But I do still want to show up and I still want to share. I just want to be more intentional about it, prioritizing it being meaningful over it being on time. So I will show you the things that I've been making lately that I'm very excited about. So I haven't been painting as much as I've wanted to. Today I actually spent a couple hours painting, and I hope to get back to it and spend as much time painting today as I can. But in general, just my energy has been really low, and when I want to create, for some reason painting feels very like a little more intimidating to me than like messing around with another project. And I'm hoping to kind of move past that, because I love painting and I really want to invest in it and just do it as much as I can and create work that's meaningful to me and to other people. But I want to share with you this little 3-dimensional project that I've been doing. And actually, it was inspired by scripture, because just like, how my hair is falling out. And there's that verse that talks about like God clothes the lilies and they're here one day and gone the next. And how much more will he clothe us? And he knows what we need. And it's the same verse that talks, or the same passage that talks about like the sparrows and how he feeds the sparrows. So I do want to make some birds too in the future, but I was focusing on flowers, not lilies specifically, because I've never been a big lily fan. But yeah, I was kind of trying to use art as a way of just dealing with what's happening and like dealing with my emotions about my hair and my appearance and like all that stress. I wanted to put it into something creative and create in a way that was like almost like a prayer of thanks and a meditation on contentment, and that I don't need to look a certain way and I don't need to worry about how I look, that God knows what I need. And like, I think it's interesting because with flowers, often the ones that are so beautiful to me are the ones that are like half faded or a little abnormal. Um, yeah, the typical like dense roses or bright daisies, like whatever the like stereotypical like most beautiful one is, I tend to like not be into that. I think a lot of people are the same way. We like things that are a bit different. We like things that are like we never would have thought of it ourselves. And there's so many flowers like that and plants that are like that. And like a tree that is sick can be really beautiful in its sickness. There was this tree that the leaves are just so beautiful to me. And I was looking it up, and the leaves are the way they are because the tree is like sick and dehydrated. And so, just kind of, I was thinking about that, how even when something is not perfect or if it's going through a hard time, like it can still be beautiful, and it can even be beautiful in a unique and different way due to that hardship. Not everything has to be perfect, and just because a tree is sick doesn't mean we should chop it down. You know, it's not like a hopeless case, and beauty can still be found in things that are struggling or different or imperfect. Oh, that was a big long introduction to what I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm re-recording this part because the scarf landed on the mic and then it was completely muffling everything I said for several minutes. This is the first piece, and here, maybe it's better if I show you. I moved because I was like getting scorched by the sun. So I think I'll mainly just show you with overlay. Like I'll put videos over of better footage of these because I really had the intention of like the shadow that it casts is part of the piece. And so it looks different depending on what angle you're looking at it from and where the sun is at in the sky and what wall it's displayed on. I really, really like that aspect of these because I've made them a couple weeks ago at least. I have not grown bored of them. I think they're so beautiful and interesting, and they look different in every setting. This is the second one that I made. Actually, this was the first. This was my flagship flower. And yeah, I had it in my brain. I had like this image of it in my mind. And sorry, there's bugs everywhere. I just made it like late at night one night, and it just kind of came out. Like I didn't think too much about it. I just drew these shapes on paper, and I was folding them and gluing them and manipulating the paper like as if it was a sculptural medium. And it just came out like so quickly and so without a thought, really. And that's when I know like that idea has been incubating in my mind for a while because I've been thinking about it and thinking about it, and then I go to make it and it's there it is, you know, like fully formed almost. I just thought I should make sure this is recording. So 1 second while I pause and check. Yeah, we're good. Audio's good. Okay. And then the last one that I brought out here at any rate is this is the last one I made, and I do want to make more. I really like this one. So I'm trying to kind of make them not look too much like any real flower that exists, and I want there to be something kind of unexpected and different about each one. And yeah, I really love this one. And then yeah, there were a couple more because I put one by my bathroom mirror, and I put one up on our bedroom wall, which I really like how it looks in there. So I'm thinking of ways I could frame these because obviously you can't put it behind glass. So yeah, I might end up having to make frames for them if I do. But yeah, I can't wait to make more of these and other three-dimensional kind of cross between a painting, a sculpture, and a collage. Very exciting, very fun. And then the other part where the audio got all messed up is I was showing you this. So I made this poetry book for Ethan for his birthday, and I just had such a good time making this for him. I think part of it was that it was for him, and so there was that meaning behind it. And I made Blackout poems. I think that's what these are called. I used to do these all the time in high school. So I made a few of these. I made this little painting out of the remnant from a different type of poem. So I did the Blackout, which is very fun. It's kind of like a puzzle because you can only make it with what's there, the words that are there on the page. So you kind of, it's almost like art, but also like a math problem or like a puzzle. You have to figure out how to make things fit. And then I also did this type where I just cut out words from a book, and I would cut out the ones that were inspiring to me or that I felt like would fit, and then I'd have to like go in search of a specific type of word to like complete the thought. So this is that one, and then I painted the poem as well, which I think turned out really good. Yeah, the poem is: the woman drifted forward and dozed, sleeping off her own life. The rain, the coffee, the moss green kitchen, the place and the people. As the minutes passed, she half woke to peace and plenty, a sleeping creature, heavy with the cherry-colored song. I really like that spread. So yeah, I made a little stop motion video of this, so I'll put that up so you guys can see all the pages. And then what did I say after that? I think I was just talking more about, let me know what type of videos you guys like to see, that are helpful to you, or if there's a type of video that I haven't made, that you've been really wanting to see, something you've been wanting me to talk about, let me know in the comments. And I would love to just see all that, and that would help me a lot in deciding like what I kind of want to make moving forward. And then, yes, I also brought up this idea that I have of doing like a very minimal to no editing podcast that would kind of be like this, like the way I'm talking in this video. But yeah, sort of just like sharing whatever's been on my mind, like with regard to art, what I'm working on, what I've been reading. I read a lot of stuff that has to do with art and artists, so that would be cool to share as well. And I know, so yeah, one thing, oh, is that a mosquito? Yuck. Um, um, yeah, so it might sound crazy. I'm trying to dial it back. I'm trying to slow down. I'm trying to do less. And yet I'm proposing that I start recording a podcast. It's ridiculous, and I'm aware. The reason why I still feel like it's just been on my mind and it keeps coming back to my mind is that I think it would be a way that I could continue to share and have it be less planning and less effort and energy going into like putting that out there for you guys. So it would be an additional thing. Is that a good idea? I don't know. But I think it could be good in the sense that it would just, like, I'm not saying it wouldn't be any effort for me to put it together and put it out there, but I think it could be less effort than the videos. And I'll still do the videos, but I probably will do them less often. That's my thoughts. But yeah, I do want to know, is that interesting to you? The idea of a podcast that would be very minimal and just sort of like, it would feel like you're just kind of talking to me, just talking to a friend while you're painting, or it would be kind of the idea. And this is what, everyone I think listens to podcasts while doing something else. It's never like the sole activity. But the idea would really be that you'd be listening to it while painting, or, on your morning walk, or just like in the background, to kind of be like a calming and Yeah, I want it to be calming. I don't know why I'm obsessed with things being calming. I like listening to calming podcasts. I like watching calming videos. So yeah, that would kind of be like the vibe of the podcast. I would probably talk slowly, and it wouldn't be too long or too detailed. I would just kind of be like unpacking thoughts about art for 20 minutes max. So yeah, let me know also if that's something you'd be interested in, because it wouldn't be for me. Like, you know, I would be doing that for if it would be something that people would like and that it would be helpful. Yeah, I think that's all. And back to the me before the microphone debacle. Okay, I think that's all I had to share. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic week. I hope you've been painting. If not, that's okay. Get your rest. Let me know in the comments what you've been working on and what you're excited about right now. All right, bye.